Hello and welcome to this session. What I'm going to talk about today is your consequence matrix, and in particular, the ratings that you apply for those consequences. One of the things that I see, and in fact have been obviously as a consultant done in the past, is to use the common understanding or the common wisdom around consequence matrices. But what we look at is things like, or descriptors like, significant impact on the environment, significant impact on the organisation's ability to achieve its objectives, irrevocable damage to the reputation of the organisation, numerous high-level litigations. Now, the difficulty, of course, with those definitions is how do you actually determine what numerous looks like? Where's the guidance around what significant or substantial looks like? Now, we're trying to make an estimate on the consequence if this particular event occurs or this risk materialises. So what we need is something a little bit more definitive. And one of the things that I've been working on recently is what I call the continuum of performance. And if we look at it, in our organisation we have a number of key performance indicators. And we want to achieve certain levels against those key performance indicators. So doesn't it follow then that if there's no or minimal impact on those key performance indicators or the performance of the organisation, that's what you would see as an insignificant impact in your consequence matrix? But then you can work down and say, well, what could we consider would be a minor impact? A reduction in that KPI down to this level. Then what's a moderate? What's a major? So it's actually turning the conventional wisdom around, where we ask what the question is, what does a severe consequence look like? What we're actually asking now is, what is the target level of performance against that KPI? What would we consider an insignificant impact on the achievement of that? And then down through minor, moderate, major, and down to severe. And what you get is a very, very different approach to measuring consequence, because now it's intrinsically tied to your KPIs. And I mean, that is going to be a really, really powerful tool for you to actually estimate and make judgments around the potential impacts of events as they occur. So rather than saying would have a significant impact on customer satisfaction, what you could be saying is would result in a reduction of customer satisfaction to below 50% for a period in excess of 3 months. Now that is something that you could estimate based on past performances, based on past incidents that have occurred. But having these, I guess, fluffy terms like significant or substantial or numerous, we just don't know what they mean. So stay tuned. I'm going to release something as a written blog in the next few weeks where I try to explain this in a little bit more detail. But it's something that I think if we can start to link our consequence table or our consequence tables to our performance measures and key performance indicators, we are going to see a lot more rigor in the way that we approach the management of risk, and in particular the estimation of the consequence of those events. Well, that's all I've got for today, but as I said, be on the lookout, and I'll be releasing that blog pretty soon. As always, let's be careful out there.